What is up, guys? Rick Hackus here, going over the Her Mercy, the Queen's Wrath hand cannon acquired from opening the large chest with a treasure key at the end of a Prison of Elders run. Alright, so let's go over the stats of this weapon. Now, as you can see, nothing particularly stands out. Rate of fire is pretty average, impact is on the higher end but not really too high. Range, stability, and reload, there is really nothing special about the stats of this gun. As you can see here, minus stability and reload, it's pretty much the same exact gun as the new monarchy weapon, the Red Hand. Now let's go over the perks. Well, it is important to know that this is a reforgeable weapon, meaning that you can go over to the gunsmith, and as long as you have it equipped, you can reforge this weapon for a Modolite, some weapon parts, and some glimmer. So what I have chosen for my perks, I'm not saying these are the most amazing perks, but since I'm a PvE mainly player, I have chosen this. Final round is decent. I certainly would have wanted something better, but after spending about 40 motes of light, I settled with this. Now that was to get Outlaw. Outlaw is extremely useful in both PvE and PvP, allowing you to reload much faster if you get a kill with a precision shot, which you should be getting with a hand cannon. I also love explosive rounds for PvE, and speed reload is also pretty useful for PvP. It also came with an increased stability if I wanted it, but it does hurt the range. Now let's go over the performance of the Her Mercy in PvP. The Her Mercy does 86 damage for a headshot and 57 damage for a body shot. Well, to be honest, I wasn't outrageously enjoying my experience with the Her Mercy in PvP. Now, that being said, there's nothing necessarily wrong with this gun. This is definitely a decent gun, and the fact that you can reforge it until you get what you feel like are the perfect perks for this gun is a huge asset in its favor. Different people have different playstyles, and maybe you're a player who really likes having stable guns and you value stability, in which case you can make your perks reflect that. If you're a player who really values reload, you can make your perks reflect that. Again, being able to reforge your weapon until you get the perfect version for you is a huge asset. But in PvP, I just simply felt that this was a kind of an average gun that was just simply outclassed by every other of the very powerful hand cannons that people were using. When I was at perfect distance for a hand cannon fight and I was fighting someone with a thorn, I was just outclassed, and I don't like that feeling. So if you do have better options, if you pretty much have any of the exotic hand cannons, those are much better choices than the Her Mercy. Now, what about the Her Mercy's performance in PvE? Well, here again, it's kind of the same scenario. I mean, again, it is nice that you can tutor your skills exactly how you'd want them, but it is outclassed in PvE, especially by any hand cannon with an elemental damage. The Fatebringer is going to be better every single time just because it has an elemental effect, and I've been over that. There's no downside for shooting a guy with the wrong shield even if you have an elemental effect, so there's only upside. And so the Her Mercy just falls behind again the PvE powerhouses like the Word of Crota and the Fatebringer and any of the exotic hand cannons as well. But there is something that I really want to mention, and I think it's something that a lot of commentators kind of miss about the Queen's Wrath weapons. These are actually phenomenally easy weapons to get, especially for the casual player. Simply playing through the missions that come with the House of Wolves DLC will guarantee you a treasure key. None of those missions are extremely hard either. You can then do a level 28 run of the Prison of Elders, which you can matchmake for, so you can end up with pretty good teammates. You can do the 28, that's not that hard, and then you can use your treasure key to open the chest, which you get a guaranteed Queen's Wrath weapon. Now, that could net you the Her Mercy, in which case this could be your first legendary hand cannon. Considering just how easy the Queen's weapons are to get for casual players, this really isn't that terrible. I'm coming at this review from a perspective of someone who plays a ton and has access to a ton of different weapons. But if you're a casual player and you get the Her Mercy, you are not going to be disappointed. This is a very capable gun on PvP and PvE, and again, being able to customize the perks exactly to your liking really helps this gun. Now, I would have loved that it come in 365 attack, especially for PvE, and there's really no reason why it doesn't. I mean, the Queen's Wrath weapons are really no different from any other loot in the entire game, aside from that they're purple. But again, this is a great and easy to get addition to the casual player's arsenal. But if you're an experienced player with a lot of loot, you're probably going to want to avoid this gun. There's simply better options. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe if you did enjoy and you want to see content similar to this. And as always, have a good day.